Okay, guys, now we're coming to it. We're coming to the end, to this amazing conclusion of the celebration of the betrothal process of how a man and a woman became married in those days. So we've talked about, let's review real quick. We have the offer made, the covenant established, the price is paid. He knocks on the door, he comes in, he sits with her, he pours her the glass of wine, he gives her the gift, and now he goes back to his father's house to begin to build a new home where they're going to make a life for themselves. And you know, in churches, people always kind of have a laugh at this because it's the man who's responsible for building and decorating the home. I'm not sure how many of you ladies out there would be comfortable with your guy decorating your house, but that's how it was done in that time. And if we want to really understand statements that Jesus makes to his bride, then we've got to understand, we have to know what those responsibilities were, and we have to know from within that first century culture in that context. Okay, let's say I'm the groom here, I've made the proposal, everything's in order, and now I go back to my dad's house, and I begin to build. Now I'm gonna be away, like I said, for 8 to 14 to 16 months. All she has are the gifts while I'm gone. And I'm up there and I'm building and I'm working and I'm sweating and I'm working really hard because I want to make the best house possible for my bride. I want to show her how much I love her. I'm not going to skimp on things. I'm not going to do any shortcuts. I'm going to really make this a great house for her. And so while I'm up there building, my friends come up to me and they say, Joe, listen, you know, you've been out here for 10 months. Don't you want to go back and get your wife? Don't you want to get married? Don't you want to go away on your honeymoon? Don't you want to be with her? Well, of course I do. And so they would pester me day after day. Joe, the house looks good. It's good enough already. It's perfect. Go and get your wife. Go and get your bride and make her your wife. And I would give a very, very simple response to my friends. And it would be this. I said, guys, you know how this works. It's not the mother who makes the call. It's not the son who makes the call, but it's the father who makes the call. Only the father has the right to declare when the day is to go and to get the bride. And so imagine when the disciples came to Jesus and they were speaking to him and he was speaking with them and they're talking about end times, about establishing and setting up a new kingdom. They wanted to know, how is it all going to go down? You know, they'd spent 3.5 years with him. They really got to know him and they got to know his heart, and he preached this message of a kingdom that was coming. And they wanted to know about this kingdom, and they wanted to know, Lord, when are you going to do these things? When's the temple going to be destroyed? When are the Romans going to be done away with? When is peace going to be restored to earth? When? And I could see Jesus kind of just cracking a little smile and giving a very good Jewish answer. And he says, listen, not even the angels in heaven know about that day or the hour, but only my Father in heaven knows about that day. And the disciples, all they could have done was just kind of back off and go, you're right, I'm sorry. We need to respect and understand our own culture. So imagine then, here's the son, after all this time of building, the father comes and he says, it's time. It's time. I want you now to go. I want you to go, and I want you to go and get your bride. But now, it seems that my frustration is over because I can go get her, but the truth is I have to wait a little bit longer because in Judaism, according to the customs of the people, you wouldn't go during the day to get your bride, but you had to go at nighttime. I'm Joe Amaral.